Hey everybody, welcome back to a Read with SJ. I am your host, Sarah Jane. Thanks for showing up in my corner of the world where we use tarot cards to communicate with the higher self. As always, I like to let you know the way that I channel. I truly believe that we are multidimensional. There is a version of you on the other side of the veil that has all the answers to all the questions you have. That is what I refer to as the higher self. And that is the only place that I am receiving messages from, directly from that version of me on the other side of the veil. By you being here, your higher self is in communication with my higher self in order to bring forth messages. In other words, everything I'm getting ready to tell you are things you already know on a very deep level. I'm simply here to provide you with encouragement, support, and clarification. Okay? So as I like to say, it's kind of like your higher self, my higher self, you and me are sitting down to have a cup of coffee, have some tea, kind of meet up, catch up, see how everybody's doing, see where we're at, and get some good advice for moving forward in the right direction. I am going to invite you to take a deep breath. And as you breathe in all the stress and worry that you've had throughout the week. Breathe it right into the center of the stomach area. And as you let it go, direct it out of your energy field. All right, one more time just to make sure you get all that stress. Take a big, deep breath in, breathing in all that worry, any anxiety from the week. And as you let it go, direct it out of your energy field, completely letting it go. All right, this is going to help to reset your nervous system and to make sure that you receive the messages the way that you are intended to receive them. So I'm going to leave the theme over to the higher selves. Let's see what we have. Give us some theme cards. Give me one more up. And my eyes just shot up. Of course they did. It's 12/12. Definitely make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Keeps me moving in the right direction. And then after this video, look up 12/12. Your higher self will take you to the right video for you, but there's a message there for you from your higher self, all right? It's a beautiful way to start the reading. So let's go. Okay. First one, how we spend our days is, of course, how we spend our lives. Okay, so right now we're talking about routine. I'm hearing routine. The only thing you take with you when you're gone is what you leave behind. I'm going to say that one more time. The only thing you take with you when you're gone is what you leave behind. All right, so this is legacy. This is mission. This is purpose. This is gratitude for the things that truly matter. Find your passion and pursue it. I love how pursue it is big and bold. Find your passion and pursue it with whole heart and single mind. All right, in other words, your intuition has got to lead. I'm hearing some type of project. Your intuition has to guide you, okay? I feel really hype right now. I feel like I'm at a game of some sort. I feel like I'm like, let's go. Like, just super hype. All right. Okay, how we spend our days is, of course, how we spend our lives. Did you see that? It flipped pretty organically. It is the 5 of Pentacles. So this is confusion. This is lack. This is feeling cold. This is disconnected from self, not hearing loving yourself, not loving yourself, right? There's a lack of love there. Eight of Swords. Okay, give me a moment. I'm being drawn to the leave behind here. Okay? The only thing you take with you when you're gone is what you leave behind. There's a positive message in that, but there's also some type of message about leaving behind, obviously, what needs to be left behind, which is an old way of doing things, right? An old way of loving yourself, an old way of doing things. 8 is all about perspective. When you flip an 8 on the side, it's like binoculars, right? It's all about perspective. It's also about being connected, being in the ebb and flow of things, remembering your divinity, movement. Swords is being very clear, being very decisive. This 8 of Swords is kind of being confused, being a little bit like, wait a minute, am I supposed to do this or am I supposed to do that? But remember, it came out in reverse. So there's the counter opposite energy as well coming out of this card, which is you know the truth. So there's an energy, there's a miss here, a person, place, a thing, something that's in your reality that's a miss. You're just like, why is this not lining up how it needs to be lining up? But truthfully, it represents a part of yourself where you've been in lack, where you're not hearing yourself, you're not loving yourself, something of that nature. All right? But the truth is you have to let this go. This person, place, or thing represents an old way of doing things in your reality. So you have to let that go so that you can move forward into the legacy that is truly meant for you, your mission, your purpose. You're divine and you're here to share that divinity. And you know what isn't in alignment with you. This is also about holding yourself at a standard, really loving yourself. Like, I'm talking really loving yourself. Like, if you're dating somebody, and let's say you're in the beginning stages, right? Think about what that feels like. You know, you're always just like, oh my gosh, I get butterflies when I see this person. I can't wait to talk to them. Like, I'm so about them, right? But pretend that that's you with you. For real. Think about that being you with you for a moment. There's just kind of this energy of really taking a second to dote on yourself and love on yourself and genuinely date yourself and go out of the way for yourself right now. Find your passion and pursue it with whole heart and single mind. Tell me about this. Find your passion and pursue it. Find your passion and pursue it. What's going on? 10 of Swords in reverse. Let's see. This is actually a good thing, but there is just something heavy that you have been handling. And we've been picking this up in the last couple of reads. There's just something heavy that you've been handling. Just a slow turn of events. A slow turn of events. You're in the right direction. You're being acknowledged. You've been making decisions. You've been taking steps. You've been pulling back your energy. There you go. And that is being acknowledged here, okay? I don't know if this was, I feel like there's like a karmic cleanup in aisle 7, you know, kind of thing. There's just something that needed to be taken care of, but it's helped you to kind of get into the right headspace as far as being able to see yourself in a higher light and being able to remember that you're easy to love. You are easy to love. Okay? And sometimes we have to, because we're conditioned to think the opposite, sometimes we have to fight for that belief, to adopt it, to make it ours. So that's kind of what's going on here, is a little bit of an internal struggle that may be reflected in the external reality. Be curious to see, what are you dealing with right now? What's going on over there? Let's see. There is a let go facet here too, though. Like it's a very 10. Of course, the energies is a new beginning. It's also independency, change, shift. The swords is what gives it that decisiveness, that rigidness. It's the painful part of a new beginning. You know, like every new beginning is really exciting as well, but sometimes it's also a little scary and frightening, and letting go of things that you used to love and things that used to be a part of you and your reality, and at some point in time may have even served you in your survival. As happy as we are to get into that new space, the past deserves the mourning process, right? And so whatever this is that you're going through, I feel like may even be a trigger for like previous energies, childhood, wounding, karmic wounding. Like there's just energies that were in your field that had to be cleaned out. And so there's definitely something that's kind of ignited this happy and excited, but also just emotional and a little nervous, you know. King of Wands. Okay, following your intuition. You are being acknowledged for following your intuition. Oh my gosh, I just feel like I'm hearing it again. Let go. Like just cheering for you, I think is what I'm hearing. I seriously feel like I'm just hearing people cheer for you. So I feel like you're in the stadium, lights are all on you, and you're looking around and the stands are filled and everybody is just cheering you on right now. This King of Wands energy, King is your masculine energy. Everybody has both feminine and masculine energies within them. Your feminine energy is your vision. When you close your eyes and you see yourself having that experience, living that dream, what does that feel like? What does that look like? That's your feminine energy. When you open your eyes and you take whatever steps you can toward that vision, that's your masculine energy. So everybody has both feminine and masculine energy within them. The King of Wands is addressing your masculine energy, the steps, the physical steps that you're taking. The Wands is very spiritual. So here's the beautiful thing. The third dimensional masculine was hard and rugged, constantly working, had to physically do things nonstop to create, to provide. The new divine masculine, the fifth dimensional masculine, knows how to sit and be at peace for a moment. Take time to contemplate. Take time to address the feminine energy and work together as a unit. That's a part of the action steps that the masculine has to do, is actually taking no steps at all. Learning how to sit and be comfortable in connecting with your vision, with your feminine. you're learning to do this. You're learning to do this because of the situation you're in. Whatever's going on, it's throwing you for a loop. It's making you have to choose yourself. There is no other option. You're having to step into, I feel like, the void. I feel like unknown territory. I feel like doing things differently. You're just doing things differently. That last read last week was this, claiming your new identity. And I'm kind of hearing a similar type of situation. You're just doing things differently. You're no longer identifying as who you used to be. You're showing up as somebody different. But there is you've been pinched for sure. Like how you're spending your moments is extremely important right this second. All right. How you're spending your moments is extremely important. You need to make sure that you're doing things that you really love. It doesn't matter. The money goes to the wayside. Your vibration is your abundance right now. So it doesn't matter how scary it is. Trust that somehow something will happen. You'll be okay. Everything will be okay. But your main priority has to be you and your vibration. You have to be having conversations that make you feel good. You have to be around people that make you feel good. Be taking time to yourself, uplifting yourself, consciously conditioning your mind for the positive. Okay, tell me about the only thing you take with you when you're gone is what you leave behind. And this perspective energy, knowing what you have to do, okay, and Two of Wands, but you did see it originally came out in reverse. I just wanted to be able to get a good look at it upright. It is, in fact, supposed to come out in reverse. So there is a decision that you've made. You've made a decision already. You have made a decision. You know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly the direction you're moving in. And I think that's what's being acknowledged here. Coming out with the Two of Wands in reverse makes me feel like we've made the decision. We're already on our way to the path. Coming upright like this would be we have to make a decision. So coming in reverse is kind of like it's already done data. It's okay. We've made a decision already. I mean, this could apply the opposite as well. Apply it to your situation, how it will apply to you. You'll know better than I know. All right? You're communicating with your higher self through your thought. So, but if you haven't made a decision, you know that you have to make a decision about something. I feel like in your heart of hearts, you're aware of the direction you're moving. That, I'm confirming for you, is the right direction. If you've already taken steps, you've already made that decision, again, I'm confirming for you that's the right decision. Tell me about this. Pursue. If you've been curious about anything, am I doing this? Am I moving in the right space? I feel like I'm hearing that you might. Look at that Chariot. I feel like I'm hearing that you might not be seeing your physical results yet. So there's a little bit of nervousness. Like, I can't see what's going to happen if I let go of this, metaphorically speaking, or if you change this, or if you stop doing this, or if you eliminate this, or if you hold your boundary here, stop talking to this person. Like, what is life going to look like? And because you can't see that, there's a little bit of nervousness in that. Okay. So I'm confirming for you right now that it's okay to trust. You can trust. Make the choice to trust. That's a part of growth, is making that choice to say, I can't see it. I don't know what it looks like, but it has to be better than what I've let go of, right? If you let go of what isn't working, and you focus on what will work for you, then under the law of attraction, the universe has to deliver. So trust that, expect it. Whatever transition you're going through right now is a very good transition. It's a caterpillar to a butterfly, okay? We have the Chariot, just to confirm what I'm saying about forward movement. Listen, you have these ideas, you have these passions. Follow them. Continue energizing them, just one day at a time. Build a relationship with your feminine side. This is your vision. Take time. Check in with yourself. When you can, close your eyes. See yourself in the future. When you open your eyes, take whatever steps you can in your reality toward that future. Things are going to begin to move for you. But that's what you want, forward movement, the Chariot here. All right? We're letting go of an old way of doing things. This has been a recent theme lately, but I know it takes time. And sometimes we need that confirmation. Like, oh, is everything going to be okay? Yes. Yes. We're going to be okay. Everybody's going to be okay. You guys know I like to leave off with my door cards. So cool, right? So let's just get 2 of them as we wind down here from the higher selves. Give us 2 cards to take with us for today. Oh, look at that. Passages. Spiritual signs of inclination. You're walking through passages of your transformation. I'm just saying, it just said caterpillar to a butterfly, right? I just said transformation. I'm going to read it one more time because it's that beautiful. Passages, spiritual signs of inclination. You're walking through passages of your transformation. You are here. You're just in the middle of truly transforming, and everything in your reality might feel like it's up in limbo right now, might feel like it's wild or crazy or chaotic, or you can't see what's happening. But I am hoping that this read is going to give you a little bit of hope and a little bit of a deep breath, right? Like, okay, I knew it was going to be okay. I know everything's going to be okay, but sometimes you just need to have that confirmation. You are right where you're supposed to be, clearing and healing and building and creating. And you are on the flip side of this with this decision already being made and this level of hunger that you're pursuing your dreams with. You do have a goal. You have a mission. You know it. Even if you don't know exactly what your mission is, just being alive and just realizing that you're worth more and sharing that with other people, that in itself is a mission. Plus whatever your creative endeavors are. Jude's song, a reminder for even the most hopeless of lost cases. You can find peace within the strangest of places. Isn't that funny? A reminder for even the most hopeless of lost cases. You can find peace within the strangest of places. So that makes me feel like get ready, because something is going to pop up when you least expect it. You're not going to expect it. It's going to be a manifestation of some sort. So continue energizing positive thoughts. Continue energizing the end goal. You don't have to worry about how you're going to get there. You can hand that over to the universe. You can hand that over to the higher self. When these thoughts come up in your mind, these 5 of coins, because you're kind of in this space right now where everything might be a little chaotic. So when these thoughts come up in your mind, remember, you've been in survival mode for a very long time. So your mind is conditioned to think survival. So most of us are literally programmed to play out the worst case scenario because that's how we have survived. So that has served a purpose up until now, but we're clearly moving out of that space here. So, sorry, my camera shut off, but you are doing great. Lots of forward movement here with this Chariot. Keep going. Keep pursuing what your passion is. This is not going to be like this forever. Okay, things are changing. Remember that. This too shall pass. So I love you guys. I support you. Thank you so much for loving and supporting me. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. Then hop over to my website at innersarah, INNERSARAH.com. Subscribe that way so that you get notified when my book is coming out. I'm going to thank you for showing up to the table for these messages. Not only are you supporting me, but you're supporting yourself, and you're taking a moment to check in with yourself. So not just from me, but from your higher self and your galactic team. Thank you for being here. I'm then going to thank your higher self as well. Thank you for bringing through crystal clear messages to my higher self. I'm going to thank my higher self for bringing through messages to me, and I'm going to thank myself for stepping into my work. If you're interested in getting a read, you can email me at readwithsj@gmail.com, or you can hop over to my website and book that way. Otherwise, I love you, I support you, thank you for loving and supporting me, and I will see you right back here on Thursday for another Read with SJ.
Teach my soul to sing your song, even when my eyes can't see. When I can't seem to carry on,